Governor Mark Sanford had an affair with an Argentinian lover, and her name is Maria. And apparently they exchanged some emails back in July of 2008. This is when he was under consideration for the vice presidential slot of John McCain during that campaign. And he alludes to those in these emails. Now, I'm not going to read you the whole thing. What really drove me crazy about it, though, was the constant references he had to her being his beloved and how he sends her sweet kisses. Now, it's one thing to cheat on your wife, but you should at least have the decency to not fall in love with the other person, okay? Especially if you're Mr. Family Values. Now, I know, I get that he's human and people do that and they have, affairs of the heart or they find someone else that they're in love with, but it's a tough thing to read, man. And if I'm his wife and I'm looking at these emails that have been printed in the papers, man, it rips me apart. But since he ran on family values and since he was so, gung-ho about how other people shouldn't get married, whether, if they're gay Americans, but he had marriage all figured out, here he is. Here's Governor Sanford in an email to his lover, Maria. Do you really comprehend how beautiful your smile is? Have you been told lately how warm your eyes are and how they softly glow with the special nature of your soul? Oh, man. All right. Here we go again. Later in the email. You have a particular grace and a calm that I adore. You have a level of sophistication that is so fitting with your beauty. I could digress and say that you have the ability to give magnificently gentle kisses, or that I love your tan lines, or that I love the curves of your hips, the erotic beauty of you holding yourself, or two magnificent parts of yourself. Uh-oh! Ow! Woo! In the faded glow of night's light. But hey, that would be going into sexual details we spoke of at the steakhouse dinner. And unlike you, I would never do that. Now, if you're his wife, how much do you want to rip his guts out? I mean, the thing that bothered me the most, not how she holds her breasts and how gently he wants to kiss her and the curve of her hips, the sophistication part. I'd be like, mother, I ran your campaigns, man. His wife created his whole, political career. Ran his house campaigns, ran his first campaign for governor. God knows if they used her money, because she's rich and her family's rich, to get this guy to where he is. I raised your 4 kids, and you telling this lady in Argentina that you found about her goddamn sophistication. Man, that would rip me up. All right, but we're not done yet. Okay, you want to do family values? This is what's in your future. Okay, here we go. I wish I could wish it away, but this soulmate feel I alluded to is real. And in that regard, I sure don't want to be the person complicating your life. I look to where I often look for advice and counsel, and in 1 Corinthians 13, it simply says that, and everybody get your barf bags ready, love is patient and kind, love is not jealous or boastful, it is not arrogant or rude, love does not insist on its own way, it is not irritable or resentful, it does not rejoice in wrong, but rejoices in the right, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. First of all, you cheesy mother effer, that is what is in every single wedding in the country. And in fact, I would be surprised if somebody didn't do that reading at your wedding. Okay? Now, if somebody finds out that that was in Mark Sanford's wedding, how mad are you if you're his wife? What happened to enduring love? To our enduring love? Well, you running off with Maria from Argentina, right? What happened to that? Corinne. And the guy has the gall to quote the Bible to his mistress. I mean, these guys run on family values. So when somebody says family values to you, remember this son of a bitch quoting Corinthians to his mistress, who he had a torrid affair with in Argentina. And what are you, a teenager? Soulmate? Soulmate? I mean, this whole thing drips of, oh my God, I just met Maria, and she's the sweetest 13-year-old in junior high. Oh, I love her, and I looked into her glowing eyes in the night's light. I mean, you're a grown-ass man. I don't. It bothers me that people all of a sudden fall in love because they're not thinking with their heart. You know what they're thinking with. Jon Stewart had a great line about this the other night. He said, no. Mark Sanford's mind is conservative. His penis is liberal, though. And that's part of his problem. I mean, constantly in his press conference talking about affair of the heart, affair of the heart. This isn't an affair of the heart, it's an affair of the dick. Okay? I mean, I just quoted you what he said about her breasts. You think he was thinking with his heart there? Oh, please. Okay? I got more. This clown talked about Thornbirds with her. You know the miniseries on ABC from back in the day? And he says, I always was upset with Richard Chamberlain for not dropping his ambitions and running into Maggie's arms. Well, go ahead. In 2012, well, you just did it. You didn't want to. We figured it out. You didn't say you're on your own, but your ambitions, gone. Consider yourself Richard Chamberlain. Okay, now you got a chance to do it right. And finally, my heart cries out for you. Your voice, your body, the touch of your lips, the touch of your fingertips, and an even deeper connection to your soul. I love you. Sleep tight. Makes me want to punch him in the face. I don't know why, but I have such a strong empathy for his wife. You know, I never met her. I don't know her from Adam or from Eve. But as I think about what he did to her and reading through these emails with his kisses and sweet gestures and holding her in his arms, oh man, if it doesn't drive you crazy. I gotta bring Anna Kasparian in here to tell me what she thinks of this. We need a female perspective on this. Anna, tell me, after hearing these emails, how much you despise Mark Sanford. But I don't put words in your mouth. You tell me how you feel about him either way.
Yeah, I despise him. He's a terrible person. He's a terrible person because of the fact, as you've mentioned already, that he was so judgmental when it came to Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton didn't write these love letters and love emails to Monica Lewinsky. Okay? It was not an affair of the heart. This here is an affair of the heart, and it's 100 times worse than what Bill Clinton did. So the fact that he hasn't resigned yet is just so maddening.
You know, Anna brings a good point there. I was alluding to this earlier, but really, I think this is worse. And I might, look, you get cheated on and it feels bad no matter how, or what, right? But Bill Clinton didn't write these schmoopy letters to Monica. He wasn't like, when I look into your ample bosom or to your round buttocks, you know, I see the moonlight glistening off your ass. I mean, if you're Hillary Clinton and you read that, you'd be like, oh, I'm done with this son of a bitch, right? At least, look, he had the decency, get in, get out. Okay? I mean, it's not the right thing to do, but I feel like this is 100 times worse.